And this morning, another 3.7 struck in San Benito County, not far from Tuesday's 4.7 near Hollister. Aside from the physical danger, earthquakes can also take a huge financial toll. So why are so few people willing to protect themselves from that?
We sent KPIX 5's John Ramos to find out.
If there ever was a place where the threat of a major earthquake should feel real, it's here in the Bay Area. It happened at the turn of the last century, and then again 83 years later. Each time people cleaned up the mess and rebuilt. But when it came to paying for that,
you are completely on your own to pay the cost of repair. Yeah. Everything, absolutely everything.
Earthquake damage is not included in most homeowners' insurance policies, so the state created the California Earthquake Authority to offer coverage for those who want it. But it turns out not many do. In a state with more than 39 million people, the Earthquake Authority only has slightly more than 1 million policyholders. Why do you think people don't have earthquake insurance?
Because it doesn't happen that often. It's not like car accidents, right?
Have you had a lot of those?
No, I never had a car accident that I remember.
Yeah. So people will insure cars even if they've never had an accident, but quake insurance is perceived by many to be a waste of money. And while you'd think small reminders like this week's quake in Pleasant Hill would be a motivator, Jack Knockvey says the opposite is true.
It basically further instills that belief. Oh, this earthquake happened, nothing happened, so I don't need to worry about it. And it's kind of that perception. It strengthens over as these smaller ones keep happening.
One turnoff to homeowners is the cost. According to the agency's website, a modest policy for my home in Concord would cost more than $3,100 per year. But the Quake Authority says their prices are based on the risk that an earthquake poses to individuals.
They're not necessarily going to kill you, but they may very well bankrupt you. They're going to take a pretty good hit on your finances.
And they say quake insurance can be very beneficial to those who rent in the Bay Area. Since the policy isn't covering the structure, just people's personal possessions, it may only cost a couple $100 for, say, $50,000 worth of coverage. But James Chiancini prefers to take his chances with an optimistic view that is uniquely San Francisco.
It's like every time I feel an earthquake, it's like the longer the earthquake, the lower the rents are going to be.
So it turns out that while most people believe another big earthquake will happen, they just don't believe it will happen to them. In the East Bay, John Ramos, KPIX 5.